What's up? What's up? What's up?
Hi, how you doing? I'm here too.
What is this, episode 3?
Yeah, I think it is now. Finally. We've been gone for so long. We had COVID. It was a mess. You went to the hospital for like 2 weeks. It was terrible.
I was in the hospital for 2 weeks. I was in the hospital for 5 days.
A million years. That's what I'm sticking with. Anyway, so since we've been gone, we've been actually watching quite a bit of stuff. We've had a lot of time on our hands to just lay around and watch stuff. So we've watched Matilda the musical. I got some stuff to say about that. And then we've watched Barbarian, which is that movie that came out and they just put it on HBO Max. And then we went to go and see Megan just recently.
Yep.
And that we're going to get to it. But I guess first we can start off with Matilda to knock that out of the way. Do you want to go first? I think your opinion is the most important on this one.
I fell asleep.
That's what I'm getting at.
I fell asleep on that.
A lot of people have been hyping that up.
I don't really have nothing to say about that one.
There really is nothing to say. Like, a lot of people have been hyping that up over the internet and stuff because of like the ending dance scene, how it like went viral, and they've been like replacing the original music with something else, and it wasn't good, at least to me, like, or us I should say, because he fell asleep. But like it was not good. Like, if you've seen the original, this just makes you want to watch the original. And like, the music was bad. You couldn't really understand what they were saying. The dancing is probably the only thing that I would maybe let pass.
I couldn't understand anything they were saying when they were singing.
Not at all. Like, the point of a musical is to give you good music. We had like the Cheetah Girls High School Musical music that lasted for a long time. It just wasn't it. Like, I can't see myself playing none of this in the car, having it on my phone like it was back in the day. It just, and I wanted to like it. I did, because when the trailer came out, I was like, this is gonna be cold. I can't wait to see it.
Mm-hmm.
And
all it did is make me want to watch the movie, the original movie.
Which, by the way, they just put that on HBO Max too recently.
Oh, okay.
It did make me want to go back and watch it. I'm just like, oh god. But I like that they made Miss Honey black. That was nice.
Yeah.
But then
Captain Marvel.
Right. It was.
Yeah. She played Miss Honey.
Lashana Lynch. She's been coming up pretty quick in Hollywood too, because she was in what was it, like a 007 movie, and she was Captain Marvel, like you said.
I seen her in something else, but I just can't put my finger on the name of the movie. I seen her in something else.
You probably did. She's been everywhere, because she was in The Woman King, that movie too. Like, she's been all over the place, and her singing wasn't bad. I was shocked to have seen like she could actually. She was one of the only cast members who could actually sing.
You can actually probably understand. Is she from the UK?
Yeah.
She is?
Yeah, but her accent wasn't as thick as theirs, though. Like, you could understand her better. And then they picked a good Miss Trunchbull. I'll give them that. Like, Emma Thompson, I think, is who it was that played her, did a really good job. The makeup was really good on her, too, because she had to wear, like, a skin suit. And I seen them putting like the prosthetic pieces on her jaws and stuff like that. They did a good job with her.
Yeah. And
to be fair, though, the little girl that played Matilda wasn't a bad actress. The script just wasn't all that. And like, the music wasn't all that great either to me. I don't know.
I was just waiting for the chocolate cake scene.
Oh yeah, they did do that. See, I was mad too that they didn't give her the ribbon, like the red ribbon in her. Like, I was waiting for it,
yeah.
and it just never happened. Yeah, like, you can't be Matilda without the little ribbon. It's like they tried to replace the ribbon with a hat, and it wasn't effective. Like, did you see the little hat?
All I can say is her parents were 10 times more annoying in this movie, because I was awake for like the first 30 to 40 minutes, but her parents, she was getting back at them though.
Yeah.
I didn't care for her parents in this movie.
And like, they tried to add, maybe it was in the books, when she was like imagining the trapeze artist people. You remember that? I was kind of thrown off and confused by that.
She was creating those stories and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, my sister Aaliyah read the book. I never read it. I got it for her when we were in like high school. She actually read it. She read a lot of like Roald Dahl stuff. You know, James and the Giant Peach, all of that. So
I mean, that's like a part of. I read that when I was a kid too.
You read Matilda?
No, not Matilda. I didn't even know Matilda was a book.
Like James and the Giant Peach and stuff like that. Yeah,
like that. I knew that was a book, and then I seen the movie, but I didn't know Matilda was a book at first.
I never read it. She did, so maybe the imaginary part with the trapeze people in the musical, maybe it was a part of the actual book. I don't know for sure, so I can't say on that, but I can just say, like, if you didn't know, if it isn't that you didn't know, that kind of threw me off with the musical because I didn't expect it. So I didn't know what she was, like, where that was going. So that kind of threw me off too. But I didn't care for it, and I wanted to like it. That was one of those movies.
Yeah.
And then Barbarian. You start with this one.
What, Barbarian?
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know how to start because I don't know what was going on. Like, it was just all over the place.
It was.
Like, all right. Spoiler for anybody who ain't seen it, but it's Bill Skarsgård, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The dude who plays Pennywise. He is in this movie, but it's like they tried to paint it, like, kind of paint it as to he was like a part of what was going on. Mm-hmm. But and then when you get a little bit further, you like he's just a creep. Like, kind of is like, man. So all right, let me stop stumbling over everything. All right, so basically this lady rents this Airbnb out because she has like a job interview or something.
We ain't doing no spoiler alerts. You just gonna take it as it is. You can't already.
She rents this Airbnb, and she puts the key code in the keypad to try to get the key out of there to unlock the door. So the key's not in there. She gets ready to leave, and she see a light turn on, and it's Bill Skarsgård in the house, and he's all, comfortable in his pajamas and, getting ready for bed and stuff. She knocks on the door. He opens the door. They basically trade information like, I'm supposed to have this Airbnb. Nah, I rented it. So basically the agency mixed, pretty much put them on for the same day. Pretty much messed up their reservations and stuff. So he invites her in. She comes in. He being a gentleman, but he was being in her eyes, he was being a creep, right?
Yeah.
He was being a creep.
Like, I can see how yeah.
Yeah. And like he offered to like make her some tea or something, and she didn't drink it, but because I'm pretty sure she probably thought he put something in there.
Mm-hmm.
So he goes out to the car to get her stuff, brings her stuff back in the house, and then she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go try to find a hotel or something." Mm-hmm. I'm like, "Why did you have him bring your stuff in there first?"
Yeah.
And so basically, she couldn't find a hotel, and then out of nowhere, oh right, there's a medical convention in town.
Now see, that's what made me think he was the creep, because I'm just he luring people in here, because now he just randomly mentioned this convention, and he's just like, oh yeah, you won't be able to find a hotel.
Yeah.
Like, so why is this subject even brought up? Like, why are we talking about this then? If you knew that, you could have told me that from the start. When she started like talking about, oh yeah, I'm gonna go and get this hotel, he could have instantly just been like, oh no, they doing this medical convention out here to sleep on the couch. It ain't have to be all that was, because that beginning sequence dragged out for like a good 30 minutes for no reason.
Yeah, that was pretty much like the first half of the movie. I thought the whole movie was gonna be about them, and I honestly thought he was a part of me thought he was a bad guy, like, a bad guy, part of all this.
Yeah.
And another part of me thought like, he might not. There's a small chance he might not be, but
I can't lie. I had no faith in him.
You don't have
I'm
faith
like,
in anybody.
He's crazy, like from the start.
But basically, he offered the room to her. She took the room, and then she went to take a shower. She comes back out. He just sitting at a table staring menacingly.
Menacingly.
Sitting at a table with 2 glasses and a wine bottle. It was like, I didn't want to open the wine bottle till you got out the shower because you probably thought I did something to your tea because you didn't drink your tea. He literally telling her this. He's like, so I was waiting. So I was like, I'm going to open the bottle now.
I gotta say, though, for whatever reason, that made him feel more stalkerish and like crazy to me. But at the same time, that was interesting to have added in when you find out that he actually wasn't the bad person. Because it's just like, dang, they went through this whole thing about him wanting to open a bottle in front of her because he was scared she wasn't going to drink it. Because he, she thought he was a creep or something like that.
See, I thought when the part where, now we're getting to the weird shit, but when we got to the part where where she found the room downstairs, the hidden room, and like it was like a real, what do you call it, like kind of like an American Horror Story season 3, when the Supreme, how she was tortured and stuff, and then like he recorded the room where he was recording her in, like how she lost her legs and stuff. No, that was season 2.
Yeah.
That was season 2. Yeah. It was a room like that, like a dirty, bloody mattress with a camera, and she got locked. Somehow the back door closed on her, and she got locked down there. Like it just magically closed. And
then cut to dude getting like she finally finds him down there.
Well, no. This is before she finds him down there.
Oh, that's when she first went down.
Yeah, when she goes down and closes and the door closes, and he ends up seeing her through the little window.
Yeah.
And they open the window. He opens the door and helps her up. So she was packing all her stuff and was like, "I'm getting the heck out of here. Like, I'm not like, what is? I don't know what this is." And then he was like, it was kind of suspicious though, because he was like, "Wait. I gotta see this.
I gotta see this.
I'll be right back. I'm coming right back." He go down there. He's quiet. Because I guess he's looking around. I'm like, okay, so he trying to lure her down.
Yeah, that's what
I'm like,
I was
okay.
like, what?
And so she was like, "You alright down there?" He was like, "Yeah." And then she kept calling his name. Nothing. She goes down there, go in the room. He not in the room. I'm like, oh yeah, he luring her down there.
And see, this was my thing, because it's like, why would you insist on going down here? And she telling you like, hey, it's a creepy room, cameras, and he's just like, I gotta see this creepy room with the camera. Why? Just listen to what I'm telling you and just leave. Or we can just call the police, right? Have them come here and we all go down there, and then you can see what I was seeing. You know what I'm saying?
Police wasn't me hoping that.
Yeah. But it's like, man, you tripping.
So come to find out, next to that room, there was another door that looked just like a regular wall. And it opened to some stairs to go even further down. So she hearing him scream off in the distance and stuff. And then when she goes down the stairs, it's like she's in a tunnel. She goes to the other end of the tunnel and she finds him. He's crawling on the floor like, look, don't go back the way you came. And she was like, what do you mean don't go back the way we came? Like, there's nothing there. I'm like, they want you to do that. I'm like, okay, he's about to kill her. He's about to kill her. Next thing you know, all you see is some butt naked old lady or the foreign lady come out of nowhere and bash his head into the wall. I'm like, oh, he was one of the good ones.
Yeah.
And it's like, what? I'm like, what?
This whole movie was so crazy. Like, and this was suggested for us to watch by like one of our family members who has seen it. And when she initially explained it, I'm just like, you didn't really know what to think until this is one of those movies you have to see to actually believe what we telling you.
So basically, the lady thing, whatever you want to call it,
I still don't. That explain?
I think the whole movie involved incest because I think that's what it did, because basically she was treating them like they were her babies. Like she used to, I guess, put breast milk in like some weird ass bottle and was trying to feed it to him. Because what happens is, what's his name? Justin Long. Mm-hmm. He's one of the main characters, and he actually ends up. We find out that he actually owns the house. So he goes to the house because he's trying to fight some rape case. What's weird. And he sees all these people's stuff here, like their car, their clothes. And he's like, is it people still staying here? Like,
Right.
what are people doing in my house?
Because he's like a celebrity or whatever. We're
Right.
just Airbnb in the house
Yeah.
out to make, you know, some little extra money on the
Yeah, and
side.
he lost all his money. So, as you see our son in the background, like, and he lost all his money. So he needed to liquidate the house. So basically, he found all this stuff in the basement, was measuring it, and was trying to, oh yeah, man, I'm about to renovate this, do this, and then he takes he finds the door where the tunnel is. He goes all the way down to measure, just to run into the barbarian lady. Just to run into the barbarian lady, and I think she knocks him down and then drags him into like a cage or something, and come to find out the black girl that initially was, you know, in the beginning of the movie with Bill Skarsgård, she was down there in the cage too. And next thing you know, all you see is a yellow nipple come through one of the holes. She has she got like a bottle or something, and she was like, she thinks you're her baby, just drink the milk. He was like, I'm not drinking it. I'm not drinking that. I'm like, I don't blame him. Like, why would you want to drink that?
Yeah.
And then he didn't drink it, so she ended up giving it to the lady, the other girl. She drank it with nasty, and dude ended up figuring out how to get out of there. So after he gets out of there, he's running down this dark tunnel, and he finds a room with this old man, and come to find out to do a flashback on this man. He was just stalking people and bringing people down there and having them be that thing's baby or something. Like, it was a weird. The movie was just weird.
I'm like, wow, they still don't explain how that lady was as big as she was. Cause it's just like, what? And then like, how did that come to be? So was that this guy's wife?
I don't know. The way the homeless black dude said it was, that was his daughter, and he was like, basically him and his wife made babies and basically made babies with the babies. That's exactly what he said in the movie.
And that didn't even make sense.
Yeah. So eventually the black girl gets out, and she tries to go to the cops, but the cops think she's a crackhead.
Of course.
Think she's a crackhead. So she goes back to the house anyway. She finds a way in, and the Justin Long's character, the old man he found, he had a gun, right? So Justin Long said, "Oh, the police is gonna be here any minute," and all that. So dude blows his brains out. So, and Justin Long takes the gun and goes down the dark tunnel. And the black chick comes back to try to find him and save him. When she comes back, he's like just looking with the flashlight, and she was like, "Hello," and then bow, he ends up shooting her in the stomach.
That accident, and it's just like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Like,
oh yeah. Oh, and I forgot to mention, the black lady got her car keys at one point. This is before she went back into the house. She got her car keys at one point and rammed the barbarian lady into the house, but she didn't die. She didn't die.
Just stupid stuff. Like,
yeah. So Justin Long and the black lady end up getting out of the house and meeting up with the homeless dude, and like, this is where he explains what I just explained, the whole, you know,
right,
creating thing. And they're sitting down. They're like, okay, we got to get her to a hospital. He was like, you ain't going to the hospital tonight. You're like, she'll be fine. You're gonna stay right here. And then they were like, how do you know she's not gonna come here? He was like, man, I've been here for 15 years.
Right. All confident.
Yeah.
Never came down. Yeah.
2 seconds later, she busts through the wall behind him and rip his damn arm off.
Like, oh my god.
And so the barbarian lady basically chases them on top of like a water tower thing. Yeah. And so Justin Long character Bogus, he was leaving. He was just gone. He not remembering that he shot a girl in the stomach, and she's struggling to get up to the top. So they get up to the top, and she was like, okay, I can make it, you can't. And she thinks you're her baby, so we're gonna use you as bait. So this mug throws her off the top of the water tower. And I don't know how, but the barbarian lady made it up there in enough time to jump off with the lady to catch her and to break her fall. So basically the black lady landed on top of her. So I'm like, oh damn, we thinking the barbarian lady dead now. Oh, okay, cool. No. She's not dead.
She pops right back up, which is the stupidest thing.
She pops right back up, and dude, Justin Long basically Jeepers Creepers, but basically ripped his eyes out and ripped him in half. Oh. And she was the barbarian lady started talking, like saying Bob, mom. You know.
You just have to see it.
It's like what, like she really thought this lady was her baby, and then the black lady shoots her in the face, and the movie ends.
0 out of 10. Terrible. Oh god. But on a better note, Megan was actually good.
Yeah, I like Megan. Megan was good. It was crazy.
And it's been a lot of hype saying that that's gonna be like the next Chucky, and I can actually see it. Which is crazy because horror movies, obviously, from the ones we just discussed, like horror movies have been falling off so bad. Like you can literally count maybe just on your hands, like the amount of good ones that you have actually like seen, you know what I'm saying, throughout your life. And it's just like, that is really terrible. Like the horror genre really is struggling right now. So when we like get something good, you know, you gotta really take it into account.
Yeah, because I don't know what the hell that Barbarian movie was. I was just confused after the end. I'm like, what was the point of this? Because like, why would you show a flashback of dude stalking the woman to get her, but like you're not showing how this started? Like what the hell was that?
Right.
Like where did it come from?
Yeah, it was a lot of stuff that wasn't explained fully at all. They just put it in there. But as far as Megan goes, we'll try to be relatively vague on this because it's still, you know, new, just came out. So I'm not going to go into super deep detail.
Like with Megan, the movie, like how it started, it was you could tell that the movie was supposed to be longer than an hour and 42 minutes. It was supposed to be longer than that.
It was also supposed to be rated R, but they changed it because they said it was too violent. It's just like, come on now. What? It's supposed to be that. It's a killer doll. How are you not gonna get violent with something like this?
And me, I don't like dolls, so she looked like one of those American Girl dolls, but just like a live one. And like that crap was creepy because we like something like this can actually happen. Like with this like you create an AI and you don't know what it can do. Like if you create it to learn on its own, it's gonna learn everything that it can.
Right. Like how many times have we seen that with like iRobot and stuff like that?
Right.
With the computers getting smarter than the people, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. And like so a general point that I guess I want to make with it, like at first the movie feels fast, like when it first starts, how they rush through certain stuff, but it's necessary. I feel like, to the point. And to like really show what the doll can do and show off the kills, all of that stuff, you know. So the pacing feels rushed in the beginning, but like trust me, once you sit there and sit through it and work through it, it actually makes sense as to why the pacing is what it is. It made the movie a lot better instead of dragging on, you know, with unnecessary stuff.
I think the message I got from the movie was, when you're a parent, pay attention to your kid and don't always put your job first. Never put your job first.
Yeah, it's literally just
because that's literally what kind of created that, like that whole scenario. Because, well, I mean, but couldn't really blame her because she did, like, parenthood kind of got thrown on her out of nowhere, and then she didn't, you know, really know how to
but like in her defense though, she worked for a very large corporation that probably paid her a very large amount of money, considering like the house and stuff that she had.
The startup for Megan was like $100,000.
Yeah. Then look, what threw me though, but it does make sense because of how high tech this doll was. The doll was priced in store for $10,000. I'm just like, I don't know who's finna be getting you that.
But I'm gonna be
doll
honest
for
with you.
Christmas.
I guess that doll would have been worth $10,000
Yeah.
because it literally could do everything.
Yeah.
It could drive.
Yeah.
It literally could drive.
Yeah, and like it makes sense. I'm just saying, Riley and I may never getting that for Christmas because I ain't paying $10,000 for no doll.
I could put it on a payment plan.
Nah, especially with as reckless as they is, they just gonna break it. They gonna find a way.
No, I don't think so.
That doll ain't gonna.
That's the one toy they wouldn't be able to break.
All I gotta say is, if that killer doll came in here trying to kill some people, she ain't gonna make it very far with the way that Reign and Riley break stuff. They gonna find a way to break her. She gonna be over with. I'm telling you.
Nah.
But it was a really good movie. The ending was good too. It had funny moments to it, and then moments to.
Sad to say there was a lot of. Sorry for cutting you off, but there's
That's
a lot
okay.
of people in the movie who actually deserved it.
Yeah, her kills were definitely justified, which really brings her
one
up.
of them was a kid.
It brings her to the Chucky level, because that's how he was too. Every once in a while, like when he just saw people being douches, he just like, nah, you gotta go, and I'm gonna take you out real quick.
I liked it. It was. I wanted the way it ended. It seemed like they're setting it up for a sequel.
I hope they get one. I really do hope that
because it shows that she just wasn't a doll.
Yeah, it was good. It was
because that thing. Like, I'm trying not to say spoiler stuff for the movie because it literally just came out. But maybe one.
Go ahead. I know you can't help
everybody. I think everybody's funniest moment was the dance scene.
Yeah.
The dance part. It's not a spoiler. It's in the trailer, but
yeah,
that part. If this is gonna be a spoiler, it was actually kind of funny because this was toward the end of the movie. Basically, the main character, the little girl, and the lady from Get Out that play her aunt.
Mm-hmm.
They was like, nah, I don't want to be involved with this Megan stuff anymore. So then she like wrap her up in bubble wrap and duct tape and took her to the lab. She ended up breaking out and finding running into the owner of the company, and then he was on the phone trying to call the lady who created Megan. He was like, we need to be here. Stuff like that, like this is a press conference, like we got a lot of important people here. So he turned around, he was like, Megan, and then next thing you know, she just started breaking out and dance.
Yeah, because he didn't even think the doll was there, because that's why he was calling the lady, like, hey, I need the doll to do the conference. And he turned around and she just standing there, and then just started dancing. He like, what are you doing? And they said
she
that
grabbed
like
the damn machete.
Yeah, like on them old school paper cutter machines, she took the knife off of it and just started hunting him down the hallway.
Yeah, I'm like, oh wow, that was probably funny. One of the funniest parts of the movie.
Yeah, and then her randomly singing was funny too.
Oh yeah, she was singing Sia songs.
She just randomly was breaking out in song, but the songs made sense for the moments that she was singing. If you actually go back and look at it, like they all had their purpose. It was just kind of unexpected to see this thing just
basically it was to help the little girl out.
Yeah, like she sang to help the little girl. Then like at the end you'll see she's like at the piano singing a song that actually fits for the moment, and it's weird, but it worked well. I think besides the dance scene, that might actually, like once the movie's out of theaters and all of that, those scenes might actually help too with like the overall grossings for the movie, because I can see those becoming memes, like her singing areas in the movie. But it was good though. Y'all just gotta check it out if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, definitely go check it out. That movie wasn't bad. IGN gave it a 7, but I don't listen to IGN.
The reviews it's getting from like audiences has been like skyrocketing. I think it has like a 98% on Rotten Tomatoes, something like that.
People are actually bringing their kids to see this movie.
Yeah,
it's not a lot of violence in the movie
because it's PG-13, so they have to change it.
And they only saved like one. They used the curse word. They only used one curse word throughout the whole movie, I think, and they used it for the
right at the end, which wasn't bad.
And yeah, it's like it was actually a nice. It's not meant to be. I don't think it's meant to be scary.
Yeah, nah, definitely
Like
not.
not like in a horror aspect. I think it's just like a thriller.
It's
Kinda.
literally like a Chucky type thing. Because
Yeah.
Chucky wasn't scary. He was
Right.
funny, and just killing people. So
Yeah. Oh yeah. Another spoiler. The old lady that stayed next door to the main character was freaking annoying. Her and her dog. There was a point in the movie where the little girl was playing, acting like she was Braveheart. She was like, she had the little bow and arrow, with the little plunger thing on the end, and she told Megan to go find her other arrow. She found it, and it was on the other end of the fence with the dog. So she grabbed the little arrow, and the dog grabbed Megan and pulled her through. And the little girl was trying to pull her through, pull Megan back through. The dog bit the little girl on the arm, and I don't see how that was, because that dog was always on their property.
it was something off with that
I didn't like
too.
that
Something
lady.
was wrong with
So
her.
when the dog off the, I mean not the dog, when the doll off the dog, that was satisfying. Sorry, deserved he just bit that little girl for no reason.
Yeah, but definitely I think Megan is worth checking out. It's probably one of the best horror movies I've seen in a minute. So
Can't classify as a horror. It's not.
Even still, I guess the best thriller.
not a
What you say
horror.
it was thriller?
It's like a thriller.
It was
It's
pretty.
like
It was one of the best ones I've seen so far.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad movie. Like, yeah, I found myself not actually looking at my phone while watching the movie, kind of like what I did with Avatar.
Avatar wasn't bad. It was just long.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that I give Megan an 8. No, maybe a 9.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe. I mean, I agree with you too.
Cause it's something like it's something different, but also it's not.
Yeah. Once they up,
Cause they
we'll
did.
see what they do with part 2. Because I think it's coming. Hopefully they give that an R rating. So they can do more with it.
Because the killer AI doll, they did it with Chucky, with the reboot of Chucky movie already. That's why I say it's like, oh, it kind of been done already, but in this aspect, this is kind of different.
Yeah.
And that doll looked real.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a good movie worth watching.
Mm-hmm.
So we got a long list, like a laundry list of movies and stuff like that we got to get through. So y'all will see more episodes of this coming up soon.
Yeah, we watched The Last Airbender. Well, she watched it for the first time. She watched The Last Airbender for the first time.
So we gonna get to that, like the whole Avatar. We gonna get to it because it's gonna have its own little thing. But we'll be coming out with another episode too that doesn't have to do with movies. Someone actually asked us to do a specific episode, which y'all will see soon, on gaming. So we'll get to that, But in the meantime, thank y'all so much for this. We actually enjoy doing these. These are a nice segue out of gaming every once in a while. So it's cool to just sit here and just talk, relaxing.
Yep. Talk about our thoughts about these crazy movies that's been coming out, or crazy video games, like, because we're not just going to be doing movies, we're going to be doing video games and stuff on here too, and like TV shows.
We're going to get to it if we can ever stay out of the hospitals and doctor's offices from COVID.
Yeah, and life, it's not just the reviews. I feel like a podcast, kind of just talking, chilling. But like she said, thank you so much for coming by. And always remember to like, comment, and subscribe. But hit that like button if you like us.
And the subscribe button. No, you can't sit with us anymore.
Now you choose to use this stuff?
I just came up with it though. We gotta throw like a little.
Now you choose.
You got your thing that you do. I gotta come up with some type of a little phrase to. Anyway, we'll see y'all at some point in life.
See ya.
Bye.